Hi everyone, and welcome back to your second lesson with me, Mrs. Love. Today in music we'll be learning about what beat is, what rhythm is, and then how we use them and put them all together to play along with some music. We're going to actually use our own bodies as instruments today. So in order to do that, we need to learn about each of these things. So what is beat? Well, beat is the heart of the music. It's the steady pulse that you feel in a tune, like your heart beats steady or the clock's ticking is steady. It's the beat you'd naturally clap along or tap your feet to when you hear a tune. Let's do a wee experiment. Put your hand over your heart just now. Can you feel it beating in your chest? Don't worry if you can't. It can be tricky to feel it sometimes, but it is there. Don't worry. Let's just give it a wee helping hand, shall we? I want you to run up and down as fast as you can on the spot for the next 10 seconds. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop! Now, put your hand over your heart. Can you feel it beating? I'm guessing it'll be beating quite fast. Your heartbeat is steady. It never stops, and neither does the beat of music. Like your heart, it might beat a little bit faster or slower at times, but it just keeps pounding along. Let's have a listen to some music and see if we can hear the beat. I'm going to play 3 songs that you will be really familiar with. Each of them has a different tempo. Tempo is a word we use to describe the speed that a song plays at or a tune plays at. Each tune, I'm going to ask you to tap out, nod your head, or move about to the beat of the music. Respond to it naturally. Move about in time the way you feel it fits. And then we'll see if you were correct, whether it's fast or slow. So you're deciding whether each clip is fast or slow. So you're deciding with each clip how fast the beat is playing or how slow the beat is. Remember, the beat is just like the heartbeat of the music. Here we go.
I'm a skyscraper wing, I live on the 19th floor. I'm no going out to play anymore, 'cause since we've moved to Castleknock I'm wasting away. 'Cause I'm getting one less meal every day. Oh, you can't fling pieces out a 20-story flat. 700 hungry wings will testify to that. If it's butter, cheese or jury, if the breeder's plain or pan, the odds against it reaching earth are 99 to 1.
Okay, I'll stop that there. How did you get on? That was quite a fast beat. 1, 2, da 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 da. Is that what you were doing? I'm sure it was. Let's try the next little clip. This one is Flower of Scotland. Here's another clip. That was much slower than the Julie Peace song. Oh, flood of Scotland, when will we see your likes again? So it's very slow. I'm sure that you were swaying from side to side. That's what the music made me want to do. Let's listen to the last one, Three Crows. This is one of my favourites.
3 crows sat upon a wall, sat upon a wall, sat upon a wall. 3 crows
Are you tapping?
sat upon a wall
Are
on
you
a
bobbing
cold
like
and
me?
frosty morning. The first
How do you want to move?
was greeting for
Fast
the
or
small,
slow?
greeting for the small, greeting for the small. The first crow was greeting for the small on a cold and frosty morning.
Da 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 da. That was kind of a medium tempo, wasn't it? It wasn't quite as fast as the Julie Peace song, and it wasn't quite as slow as the Flower of Scotland. So there you have it. The beat can be fast or it can be slow in songs. Beat is steady and even, but rhythm is made up of short sounds and long sounds. We use different shapes called notes to show the different lengths of the sounds that can be made. Each note looks a little bit different, so you can tell them apart. If we have a look at them, the first one, that equals one beat, looks a little bit like a golf club. It just has one beat. It's called a crotchet. Ta. The next one is called a minim. It looks like the golf club with a little hole in it. It's worth 2 beats. Ta ta. Next to that is a note called the semi-breve. It's worth 4 beats. Ta 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 ta. If we had to play them on an instrument, a crotchet would sound like this, ta. A minimum would sound like ta. And a semi-breve for 4 beats would sound like this, ta. So a semi-breve is a really long note, whereas a crotchet is a short note. An even shorter note is a quaver. That's the little one with the wavy line attached, like a little flag. It's worth half a beat. And if you put 2 of those together, ta-ta, it makes 1 beat. Normally when we listen to music, and a lot of the songs that I'll be using with you, the beat is 4, which means there are 4 beats in the bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It might be fast, like we looked at before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or it might be slightly slower, just like I counted. When you put notes together in different combinations, they make rhythm, and rhythm will fit into the beat of the music. Let me see if I can make it a little bit clearer and easier for you to understand. I'm going to show you a rhythm. Here's the first one. And then I'm going to set the beat fairly slow and steady. If I look at this rhythm, here's how the notes would fit in. Can you hear that and see it? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But if we look at another rhythm, still, this is how it would sound with the minims. Do, 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 do. Each note lasting for 2 beats. This one is a little bit different again. This is a long semi-breve note. So you're starting, hopefully, to build a picture of how these could all work together. Let's have a look at this one. Some quick notes, or quavers. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So although you can still hear the 1, 2, 3, 4 because of the double notes, you have an in-between beat. Okay, a kind of half beat there. Listen again to the beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So giving us lots of choice. Here's another little rhythm, just mixing up some of them together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do, 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 do. Although I'm not saying 4, the 3 note, the minimum on the third beat, is hanging on. Now that we've had a look at rhythms and how notes fit together inside the beat, let's have a go at putting it into practice with a proper piece of music.
When a musician picks up a piece of music to play, it's written on something called manuscript, the 5 little lines, and then in between those 5 little lines, there are dots and lines that all fit together, and that's what we call notation. But not every piece of music looks like that. Some of the instruments of the orchestra actually play percussion, and percussion sometimes uses slightly different symbols. Today we are using body percussion, so again, our music is going to look a lot different to what it would look like for an orchestra. Some of the videos I'm directing you to after our lesson use this notation, so I thought I would show you just the basic symbols and images that you'll see so that you know how to follow a body percussion composition. The first of these symbols is a hand clap. It can either be a single hand clap or there may be 2 hands, which means double, and they can be quick to fit in the beat of the music. Underneath is a foot stomp, and again it can be double or single depending on the notation that's being used. Beside our foot stomp is our knee tap. Simple like that. Again, can be single, double, or even triple sometimes. Down the bottom here we have a finger click. Single or double. And if you're really clever, maybe you can use 2 hands. I'll leave that up to you to decide. The last of the symbols is this squiggly line over here. This is actually called a rest. And in music, it means you do nothing on that beat of the bar. So some people, to help them keep the rest, might nod their head or they might do some kind of movement. But musicians obviously don't do that. They just don't play on the beat. So the more and more you get used to following music, then you'll be able to just leave that beat clear. So you're going to meet some rests in what we're doing today. That's your basics. Anything we do throughout the lesson will be based on this. Shall we put them to use? Yeah, let's.
Body percussion means using our bodies as instruments. Playing our own bodies sounds a bit strange, but here's how we would do it. This is an example of a body percussion piece. It's written in a grid, just a bit like how music would be written on manuscript. You can see the stamps, knee taps, claps and clicks written in the grid. I'm going to play the metronome down here so that you can get the beat and listen to it. Here's our beat. Now in a minute, I'm going to stop that beat and I'm going to continue the beat and count it in for you as I go through the actions following the music as it's written. Listen a little while longer. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a kind of medium tempo. So if I was beating along with that, I'm now tapping that with my toe. So it would be stamp, stamp, tap, clap, stamp, stamp, tap, clap, stamp, stamp, tap, clap, click, 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 clap. Okay? So keep beating that. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can tap your toes along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say the words together. Here, ready? 1, 2, 3, and stamp, stamp, tap, clap, stamp, stamp, tap, clap, stamp, stamp, tap, clap, click, 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 clap. This time, we're going to put in the actual sounds. We're going to use our percussion instruments or our body. I'll count you in again. 1, 2, 3, and stamp, stamp, lap, clap, stamp, stamp, tap, clap, stamp, stamp, tap, clap, click, 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 clap. This time, I'm not going to say anything. I'm simply going to tap out the beat for you and you're going to do it along, okay? You can say the words out loud if that helps you, okay? So you're trying it on your own while I tap the beat for you. I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3, and. How did you find that? Was it tricky? It probably will be because it's the first time you've done it. And the tempo was quite fast. It wasn't a slow tempo. Let's have a look at another one. This one's a little bit easier. Again, in a grid, you can see the stamps and claps and taps. If you look in the bottom corner, we can see some double taps. There are 2 pairs of legs in each box. That means a double tap. Tap, 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 tap. Okay? 1 and 2 and. So I'm going to set the timer again and listen as I'll talk you through it and then you can give it a go. Got that? Tap it with your toes. I'm tapping the beat with my toe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say it out loud together. Here we go. Stamp, 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 clap, tap, 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 tap. A little bit tricky there at the end, but I like those running notes when you hear them. They make a nice rhythm. Let's try it again. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and stamp, 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 clap, tap, 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 tap. Okay, now you're going to try it for yourself. Again, I'll tap the beat for you and you're going to do the actions and you can shout out the words as well if it helps you. I'm going to tap your beat and I'll count you in. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and. How did you do that time? Did you find that rhythm easier than the last one we did? That might have been a little bit easier than the last one. And you probably noticed the 2 tunes that I used were Auld Lang Syne and Scotland the Brave. Familiar tunes. So if I just take Scotland the Brave while it's there, you have Da 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 da. And how it would fit in is stamp, 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 clap, tap, 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 tap. Sounds a bit funny when I do it like that, doesn't it? But that's how it would fit along with the music. It's all fine trying these things with me here, but it does make it quite difficult. So what I'd really like you to do is have a go for yourself. In the announcement I put on Teams today, you'll find a few links that will take you to some really fun lessons where you can try out some body percussion. These links are going to take you to Mrs. Jones's channel. I've used a bit of her music today in our lesson, and it gives you a chance to explore a wee bit more with what she does with body percussion. I've also got another 2 links I know you're going to love. So what did we learn today? Well, we basically learned about what beat is and what rhythm is. And we did a big chunk of learning about body percussion and how when we put all of that together, we make music. It's a really difficult concept in musical learning, but I know that you've done pretty well today, and I can't wait to explore this some more with you. But until then, bye-bye.